website. Now there are many ways that you can get to that. You can Google Art21. You could also put in PBS, but the URL to get there directly is pbs.org/art21. Put that in the address line. When you get to the Art21 website, there in the middle are a list of artists. They're alphabetical, and we've got A through F, some of the artists that we're going to look at. For example, we will be looking at the work of Kara Walker. So I'll go through to S through Z, and I'll scroll down to Kara Walker. And when you get to the artist's web page, you'll see the biography. You can read about her, find out where she went to school, what her work is about. You can scroll down and see that there's a link here to the artwork survey. Now this is an important link because the slideshow is going to show all the different pieces that Kara Walker has here in the Art21 website. You can also look at the artist at work or perhaps an interview with her, but let's first start with the slideshow of the artwork survey. Now it's also, many places are similar in where the links can be found in multiple places. So under multimedia, I could go to slideshow artwork survey. So I'm going to click on that link, and a new window will open that will open a range of images done by Kara Walker. Now when I hover over an image, a title appears, Darkytown Rebellion. If I hover over this one, the title of that piece is Cut. So say, for example, I click on the Darkytown Rebellion. And now information about that particular image will load. And it might just take a moment. Okay, so what we see here on the left-hand side, Kara Walker is the artist. The title, Darkytown Rebellion, is in quotes and is bold. It was made in 2001, and it's an installation view at Skidmore, New York. It's a projection, cut paper, and adhesive on walls, so that's the materials. Okay, I can look at her whole series that they have here and learn a little bit more about them. This one, untitled, or in quotes, hunting scenes. Kara Walker talks a bit about her work. Now, if you were to use this quote that she says, I was looking at racist paraphernalia, iconography, and then these accurate versions of middle-class Americans. Now, if you were to use that in one of your papers, you would have to cite your source and say that it was from the Art21 website. Now, if they're your own words, of course, then you don't need to cite the source. But whenever you're using something that comes from another source, you need to include that information. Now, if I want to take and download this image, if I hover over the image itself and right-click, I get a submenu, and I can save the image as. And here it's called Walker Draw 2-003. I'll put that on my desktop because it'll make it easier for me to find that, and click Save. Now with that downloaded, I could put that in a Word document, or I could upload that onto the website or into the discussion page. Okay, I can also look at a larger view of that image, although I would not want to download the larger one because that's too big to, to use online. So if again, I could right-click and I could save this image, but it's a much too large of a file. So close the window. On a Mac, it's a red X. On a PC, it's just an X. And I'll close that window. All right, so what if I wanted to learn a little bit more and read her interview? Click on the interview icon, and here I can read what Art21 has asked of Kara Walker and her response. But I also want to show you how we're going to look at videos. Let's say, for example, we're going to look at the video Silhouettes and Drawings. So click on that link. A new window will open. Here's the video, and it will begin to play.
A lot of my work has been about the unexpected, kind of wanting to be the heroine and yet wanting to kill the heroine at the same time.
I can pause that, and I can watch that segment to learn a little bit more about Kara Walker. So I'm going to close that. So why am I taking you on a tour? Well, because one of our assignments, we're going to go and in this list of artists, we're going to find one artist. Say, for example, I'm very interested in Janine Antoni. I'm going to look at her work, learn a little bit more about her, and I am going to write my first paper on one of her images. So click on Janine Antoni. I can read about her. Remember, I'm going to scroll down, go to the slideshow, the artwork survey. And then I'm going to look at those images. Here there are a number of images. I'm very interested in this one here, saddle. I can click on the image and learn more about that particular piece. Now what if, for example, I needed to cite my source? Let's click on that again here. Copy the URL, which means highlight it. Right-click, say copy, and then paste that into a Word document. Okay, so that is our tour of Art 21, and that concludes the tour.